On you at 6, Virginia Governor-elect Terry McAuliffe is laying out big plans for his administration. It begins in just 5 days. Senior political reporter Scott Thuman sat down with McAuliffe in Richmond today. He's in our newsroom with McAuliffe's blueprint for the next 4 years. Scott?
Maureen, Terry McAuliffe's always been a bit of a numbers guy, from raising cash at the DNC to counting votes on the trail. Today, he quickly gave me the number 28. He says that's the number of Tea Party members in the state government that he doesn't want to write off, but instead bring on board, along with just about anyone who can create jobs in Virginia.
I have been burning the phones up since Election Day. I call every CEO I know asking one question: why is your operations not in Virginia, and how do we move them to Virginia?
Virginia's next governor loves to talk jobs, but actually reaching across the aisle, that's a bit tougher. And we've seen in Washington where that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right. And listen, I promised from Election Day on that I would reach out to Republicans, and I did. Within the first 2 weeks of being elected, I've reached out to every single Republican in the General Assembly.
He'll need consensus, especially if he wants to change Virginians' health care. Medicaid expansion, is this going to be a more Obamacare-friendly state?
We can provide health care for 400,000 Virginians. We could have begun to do that on January 1st. It is 100% paid for, Scott, by the federal government. So let's look at it for 3 years. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
A lot of people fear that someone like yourself might encourage stricter gun laws.
I've gone through background checks, Scott. They take about 5 to 10 minutes. It's a simple process. Certain people should not own a gun. Issues of mental illness, domestic abuse, they shouldn't own guns.
He'd also like a stricter governor's mansion to avoid ethics investigations like those looming over his predecessor.
None of this, all this whining and dining and that's gone.
You look at Colorado, the recreational marijuana laws there. Does Virginia need to make that change?
It hasn't come before me yet. This is the first time I've been asked that. I'll look at it. It's not at the top of my legislative agenda. I'm willing to look at any proposal, any idea, to have a discussion if it will move the Commonwealth forward.
Near the top of his Rolodex, by the way, the Clintons, who will be at his inauguration Saturday and who he can tap into for help when needed, especially seeing as how this is his first elected office, and certainly a high-stakes one at that. More of my interview tomorrow morning on News Channel 8's News Talk. Leon.